expire in 3, 2, 1. She gave it a second. Nope, still standing. Damn it. Listen, I'm sorry, sir, but whatever you're selling, I'm not interested, she began, but he cut her off. Oh, I'm not selling anything, he said. He looked bewildered. This is 323 Willow Lane, right? Yes, it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back. She let her voice trail off, hoping he'd get the hint. He didn't. I have an appointment with, Ms. Kelly, he said. Or Mrs. Kelly, I'm not sure. Maisy closed one eye and squinted at him. She usually reserved this trick for her English 101 students when they asked if they could make up the final exam because they'd had a more pressing engagement, like recovering from their hangover. But she was more than willing to use it on tall, dark, and good-looking here. She knew she didn't have any appointments today. That was why she'd indulged herself in a good long reading sesh. This guy was probably a hustler, trying to con her into buying some property insurance or new windows. Ever since she'd inherited this monster of a house from Auntie Elle, she'd had all sorts of scammers climbing out of the cracks in the sidewalk, trying to get her to refinance or buy a security system. It was exhausting. The man met her squinty stare with one of his own. He shrinkled up one eye and mimicked her look of disbelief right down to the small lip curl. The nerve. Then she saw the twinkle in his one open eye, and she burst out laughing. He grinned at her, and her ire diminished as she noted the cowboy had a sense of humor. Okay, that was a bonus point for him. She decided to give him a break and at least take his name and number. She could call him later and decline whatever it was he was hawking. I'm sorry, she said. What was your appointment with Ms. Kelly about? It's about the house, actually, he said. Uh-huh. Maisy would bet her front teeth he was going to pitch all the reasons why she should take out a line of credit now. My name's Ryder Copeland, he said. I'm a restoration architect. And you are? Ryder Copeland. Maisy's eyes went wide. So much for keeping her teeth. But our appointment isn't until tomorrow, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, he said. No, it isn't, she said. It's Monday. Sorry. It really is Tuesday. Wait, he said. Our appointment? You're Maisy Kelly? Maisy stalled. What to do? She pulled her phone out of her pocket and gave it a quick glance. There was a notification waiting. It said she had an appointment. Right now, in fact, with a Ryder Copeland. She checked the date. Today was Tuesday. She glanced back up at him. He was looking at her in surprise, as if he didn't believe she was the owner of this house. She supposed she could fib and say Ms. Kelly was out, but he'd figure that out the next time they met. Plus, she was a horrible liar. She blushed and stammered whenever she tried to prevaricate. Truly, it was just embarrassing. Finally, she nodded and whispered, I'm Ms. Kelly. Pardon? The man pushed back his hat and leaned in, although he didn't step any closer, probably knowing that at his height, she guessed him to be about 6 feet tall. He would tower over her and might scare her back inside the house like a rabbit jumping back into its hole. Maisy cleared her throat and pushed her square-framed glasses up on her nose. Then she repeated, I'm Ms. Kelly. There, she used her professor voice. That'd tell him who was boss. Sure, that was why he looked perplexed as he studied her. She tipped her chin up, daring him to say anything about her youthful appearance or general slovenliness. It's nice to meet you. His smile was slow, but when it came, it was wide and warm and genuine. He didn't look put out that she'd tried to give him the bum's rush. He also did not look like an architect. He looked like a man who'd be more at home on a horse, herding cattle, than drawing up designs for her old home. Maisy felt her face get warm under his steady regard. She ignored it.